Hi everyone, this is K. Pushparani, Assistant Professor, MLR Institute of Technology in CSE Department. My subject is Discrete Mathematical Structures. Before discussing about the topics, first of all, let us discuss about what are the course objectives, what are the course outcomes. The course objective of this subject is it is very helpful for the students to understand discrete and continuous mathematical structures. Second objective is to understand the basics of relations and functions. Third objective is apply the principles of recurrence relation to calculate generating functions and solve the problems on recurrence relations. And fourth objective is acquire the knowledge in graph theory. Coming to the course outcomes, at the end of the course, the students are able to understand, apply the knowledge of discrete and continuous mathematical structures and solve the various problems on discrete and mathematics. Second one is at the end of the course, the students are able to understand the relations and functions and they are able to solve the problems on relations and functions. Third course outcome is apply the principles of recurrence relations and solve the various problems on generating functions and recurrence relations. Fourth course outcome is solve the various problems on graph theory. In MLR Institute of Technology, there are 5 units in discrete mathematical structures. Unit 1 covers about the fundamentals of discrete mathematics, that is mathematical logic. Second unit covers relations and functions. Unit 3 covers on combinations and permutations. Unit 4 covers the recurrence relation. Unit 5 covers the graph theory. The prescribed textbooks for discrete and mathematical structures is textbook 1 is Discrete Mathematics for Computer Scientists and Mathematicians, J.L. Mote and Kandel. Second textbook is Discrete Mathematical Structures with Applications to Computer Science, Remley and Manohar. Coming to the introduction for discrete mathematics, it is one of the most important subject and it is the branch of mathematics that consisting of discrete elements. And it is a very good tool for solving the various problems in reasoning. Third the main thing is it is applied in the field of mathematics and computer science and it is one of the most important subject in GATE and other competitive exams. First topic is connectives. Before understand about the connectives, we need to understand the basic fundamental things about the some concepts. First one is statement. Number of words making the complete grammatical structures having some sense and meaning is called as a statement. Second thing is logic. Rules and techniques for determining whether the argument is valid or not. How can we say that it is the argument is valid or not? That argument returns some conclusion. What is that conclusion? The argument is true or it is a false. To take the conclusion or to draw the conclusion, we need to apply the logic. In discrete mathematics, that logic is called as prepositional logic. Coming to the definition, a preposition is a collection of declarative statement. What is the meaning of declarative statement? The declarative statement that is returns either true or it is a false, then it is called as declarative statement. Suppose this is a book. It is a declarative statement. We can say that answer is yes or no. Is it book or this is a book is a having some meaning and it is also written some conclusion that is true or it is a false. That is called as a prepositional logic. Coming to the next concept, statement. A statement is classified into two categories, atomic statement and compound statement. The statement which do not have any connectives is called as atomic statement. Example, Delhi is the capital of India. So there is no connectives in this statement, so it is an atomic statement. Compound statement, the statement which is consisting of two or more sentences that can be combined using logical connectives, then it is called as compound statement. Example, Ramu is a boy and he is studying class 5. Ramu is a boy is one statement or it is a sentence. He is studying class 5 is also another statement. The two statements is combined using the connective called and then it is called as a compound statement. In discrete mathematics, there are 5 connectives, that is logical connectives. First one is negation, conjunction, disjunction, conditional, biconditional. Let us discuss one by one. First one is negation. If P is a preposition, preposition means a statement or a sentence, then the negation of P is denoted as negation P. Negation in English we call it as not, or it is not the case that. What the negation returns? It returns opposite of the preposition. For example, P is one statement. Negation P returns the opposite of the preposition. For example, if P is a statement that returns true, negation P returns false. If P preposition returns false, then negation P returns true. Example, P, there are 12 months in a year is one statement. What the negation P returns? There are not 12 months in a year. Here, not is called as a negation. Second one is called as conjunction. For any two prepositions or any two statements, P and Q. P is one statement, Q is one statement. P and Q conjunction is denoted by the symbol P and Q. The conjunction returns true when both conditions or both prepositions are true. For the remaining cases, it returns false. Suppose that look at the truth table, P is true, Q is true, then it returns, conjunction returns true. For the remaining cases, it returns false. Example, P, today is Friday. Q, it is raining today. What P and Q returns? Today is Friday and it is raining today is called as conjunctional statement. Third one is called as disjunction. For any two prepositions P and Q, the distinction is denoted as the symbol P or Q. The disjunction returns true if any one of the preposition is true, otherwise it returns false. Example, P, today is Friday. Q, it is raining today. What P or Q returns? Today is Friday or it is raining today, or is called as disjunction. P or Q is called as disjunctional statement. Coming to fourth one, implications. It is also called as conditional statement. For any two prepositions P and Q, implication is denoted by the arrow mark, P arrow mark Q. This arrow mark is called as if then. In the implication, P is called as antecedent or premise or hypothesis, where Q is called as conclusion or consequence. The implication P then Q is called as conditional statement. P conditional statement Q returns false if the P is true and Q is false. For the remaining prepositions, it returns true only. Example, if A equal to B and B equal to C, then A equal to C. Another example, if I'll go to Australia, then I will earn more money. Is the second example. Fifth one, by conditional statement. It is also called as by implications or by conditional statement. P and Q are two prepositions. Then by conditional statement is denoted as P if and only if Q. What the biconditional statement returns? It returns true if both prepositions are true. Otherwise, if both prepositions are true, then it returns true. If both prepositions are false, it returns true. If any one of the preposition is true or it is a false, then it returns false. Coming to example, he goes to play a match if and only if it does not rain. Birds fly if and only if the sky is clear. I already told that this is a very important subject for GATE point of view. The 7th question is asked in GATE 1992 question paper on the connectives. Which of the following is a tautology? What is meant by tautology? If all the conditions, that means A union B, arrow mark B intersection C. So which table returns true for all the values, then it is called as a tautology. There are 4 options are given. Out of all this one, which one is a tautology? Tautology is nothing but for which statements it returns true for all the values, then it is called as a tautology. Observe the first statement, A. When A is true, B is true, C is false. If any one of the condition is false, automatically the total given formula truth value is false. So it is not a tautology. I already told that tautology means it should be true only. Coming to second one, A intersection B is true and B is also true. Hence B union C is also true. That means A intersection B is true, B intersection B union C is also true. Both are true, then it is a tautology. Coming to case 3, that means option C, A is true, B is true, C is automatically false. The given truth value is false. If it is not a true, automatically it is not a tautology. Coming to option D, A is true, B is true, C is false. The total formula is false. If any one of the option, if any one of the preposition is false, the total statement is false. So for only case 2, that means in option B, it returns true conditions. So answer is option B. Please share your opinion about the video lectures using the following link. Click on the following link and vote your opinion or share your opinion using the following link. Thank you, one and all.